You ever sitting in front of your TV, having a good time playing Mario Kart, when you think to yourself, what if I could drive myself? Check this out. Hey everyone, Lincoln64 here, and I'm wearing sunglasses indoors. What's wrong with me? Anyways, guys, for about a week now, week since recording this, I've been playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and boy, what a blast I've been having. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right here. Man, I just gotta say, I didn't expect this game to be this good. I'll be honest, I don't think a lot of people did. Like, have you seen the reviews that this game is getting? Like, I think IGN gave it like a 9.3 out of 10 or something like that. I'm not super sure of what the other places are giving it, but it's doing very well, and for good reason. And you know what? I really just want to talk about this game in depth today, and just really say why. Why is it worth getting this if you already paid for the Wii U version? And I mean, it is a valid question. And, I mean, there are little upgrades that they really do seem little at first, but the more that you pay attention to them and the more you use them, it actually feels like I really got my money's worth. $60 normally is a decent amount to dish out, but I haven't regretted buying this since. So before I go into any more details, I want to put out a couple massive disclaimers. First of all, I don't feel qualified enough to do reviews yet. Like, review, that seems like too big of a name for me. I just want to talk about what I like about it in general, man. I don't, especially, like, if I, like, number reviews, like, that just seems out of my league at the moment. I can't put a solid number on this game. And also, another disclaimer, Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U, non-deluxe, was probably the only Mario Kart game that I actually played in depth. I'm fairly young, and so whenever the last one, Mario Kart 7, I think, came out for the 3DS, I didn't even have a 3DS, so this is coming from a fairly new perspective, so just letting you all know that. Anyways, guys, let's talk about it. So right off the bat, right after you open the game, you see, you know, the initial splash screen, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart 8! Can I just say how awesome that start is? And, you know, you kind of get that sense of familiarity there. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember this. This was a lot of fun before. And you almost, if you pick up this game, you're going to feel like, assuming that you play the Wii U version, that is, you're going to feel like, oh no, is this going to feel the exact same way? And I think the answer is no. For a couple reasons. So, there was one big upgrade to this game, and I think two smaller upgrades. And the one big upgrade is amazing, and the two smaller upgrades, they go under the radar, I think, but they silently change the game. Let's talk about the two smaller upgrades first. So the first of these two smaller upgrades is, of course, the fact that you can now hold two items. This seems like such a small, minute detail at first, but it really does change everything, man. I'll be honest. A lot of the times, for example, let's say that you're first in Mario Kart 8 regular, for the Wii U, and you get an item. Simple. There's always a chance that you could get a protective item that you could use to protect yourself from red shells, but most of the time you will be getting coins. With this, it's quite a bit different because with the ability to get two items at the same time, there's twice the chance that you can get a protective item. It really does add to the quality of life, and not just for if you're in first place. I mean, obviously if you are in first place, it does help quite a bit, but even if you're in the middle of the pack, getting two items really helps, because you can have both an offensive item and a defensive item to follow up with it. You could have a you could have a mushroom and a green shell. So that way you're able to dash up to someone slightly in front of you and hammer them. And you couldn't do that before. You simply couldn't do that in any other Mario Kart game. You were always limited to just your one item, and then you have to wait until the next item box came along. And honestly, I can't overstate this enough, guys. This is such an awesome feature. And I think that it's a major reason that it is completely, totally worthy upgrade from Mario Kart 8 regular. Okay, so another thing that I really just can't stress enough about this game, another tiny upgrade that may seem like go under the radar, is Ultra Mini Turbos. If you haven't picked up the game yet, you may not even know about this, but let me go into talk a little bit more about this. In past Mario Kart games, whenever you drift, of course, you get a small boost at the end. If you hit blue sparks, if when you were drifting, you saw blue sparks on your wheels and you let go of the drift button, you got a tiny boost. If when you let go, you saw red sparks, then you got a fairly decent sized boost. That's all fine and dandy. And honestly, yeah, I've always been a fan of the, what are they, shine sparks, I think? That's probably not the term at all. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. But honestly, that really helps with, just those drifting mechanics alone made Mario Kart seem like so much of a timing game. And I really honestly like that. Now, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you hold even further after the red boost, you'll get a purple boost. And those are called Ultra Mini Turbo. Ultra Mini Boosts. And they give you a massive boost. Like, essentially, it gives you a boost for a pretty long time. Like, I would say probably as much as going over a regular boost pad does. And it adds so much to the timing of the game. Like, you'll constantly be where before in Mario Kart 8, you would have let go of the drift button. You keep on thinking to yourself, like, oh, I could go a little bit further to get the Ultra Mini Turbo. Yeah, I got it. And it adds so much to the timing of the game, in my opinion, honestly. It can really put you in the lead and really make or break whether you actually end up winning or not. Honestly, I love that they added this. I love that there's 3 degrees of boost that you can get from drifting, and I think it really just it changes the game in a small way. And of course, the main thing that Nintendo has tried to sell us all on about this new upgrade, about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, is the new battle mode. A little bit of a history lesson from 2014, so not a history lesson from like 3 years ago. Mario Kart 8 Wii U had a pretty bad battle mode. Like, it was really lackluster. Like, there was no creativity whatsoever in it. Like, there were no standalone battle maps. They just literally recycled battle maps, racetracks from the actual Grand Prix mode. And it spread out the competition all over the place so that you really rarely ever encountered opponents. And it just wasn't that good. And there was only one mode to it. You only had 3 balloons, so once you got knocked out, you were out for good. It was a pretty bad battle mode. And a lot of people were skeptical whenever Nintendo announced that they would be bringing back battle mode, wondering, oh, will this be as good as the older Mario Karts? And while, again, I haven't played really any of the older Mario Karts, quote-unquote, this battle mode is fantastic, guys. I just gotta say. So, obviously, there are 5 modes to it. Shine Thief, Coin Runners, Bomb Blast, Balloon Battle, and Renegade Roundup. And look up details for each one if you want to. I'm going to use just the standard Balloon Battle as an example. But, so there are 8 new battle maps that are a lot more condensed and feel a lot less like racetracks because they aren't racetracks. And everything is just so chaotic, but in a good way. And it really feels like a completely changed mode, a completely different mode that is just so much fun. It's so much fun. And so for Balloon Battle especially, there's 5 balloons now instead of the regular 3 balloons for Mario Kart 8. And the scoring mechanics are different. You don't lose points necessarily for getting hit. However, if you lose all of your balloons, then your points are halved, which really adds a lot of strategy to it. Because let's say that you're at the end of towards the end of a match, you have 1 balloon left, but you've scored like 8 points, and you're in the lead. So that really makes it so that, oh, you really don't want to try and hit someone else, because if you get knocked out, you're down to 4 points again. That type of strategy simply didn't exist in the Mario Kart 8 regular. And I think the thing that people that are skeptical about buying this game want to know is, does the battle mode justify purchasing this game once again? I would say not the battle mode alone, but in combination with Ultra Mini Turbos, dual item holding, battle mode, and one other thing, I think it does justify the purchase. Let me tell you that one other thing. So that one other thing is that this is on the Nintendo Switch. That may sound like a lame argument, but it's not. Every game that you can possibly think of changes with the Switch. Honestly, it does. You know, if you were playing Zelda, a really big game before, on the Wii U, if the Switch had never come out, and we were just playing it on our Wii U's, it would be a totally different experience. You would be locked in to playing it at home. Period. That's it. If you played it, if it came out for 3DS, it wouldn't have, it's too big. But if Breath of the Wild came out for the 3DS, you would be locked onto that small screen. The Switch honestly changes everything, guys. Just whatever game touches this, in my opinion, honestly changes. Because the ability to take, especially a game like Mario Kart, out on the go with you, and play it with friends on the go, I think that is a huge selling factor, honestly. If you have any friends who are even minutely interested in Mario Kart, this is the perfect system to buy it on. Because it supports 4-player split screen if you want. You can bring a couple extra controllers with you and play 4-player Mario Kart out in public. Like, that's just mind-blowing on its own. Whoever thought that would have been possible without 1 or more systems, or without 2 or more systems. And even if you don't have the extra controllers, you can still do split screen. You still have 2 controllers automatically built in, right there. And I really think that is the main reason that you should buy this game. That is, because it is on the Switch, I think you should buy this game, so that you'll be able to play on your TV, out of the house, and with your friends. And honestly, I think that's what this entire thing wraps up to. In a nutshell, you should get this game because you can take it anywhere and put it on your TV. As for me, I've been playing this game a lot recently, and I've been playing a lot of the Grand Prix modes, just trying to, get all the gold medals and stuff, trying to get all the parts back, trying to get all the gold parts, competing online, and doing time trials. Time trials is one of my favorite things as well. That was in Mario Kart 8 regular. I keep calling it that. Just Mario Kart 8, I guess. But I honestly love the time trials. That's probably the best single player part of it. But honestly, there's enough content in the game that even though it's stuff that I've already played before, it's been long enough to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm interested in doing this again. It's so much fun that I'm totally willing to do that. And again, playing with friends is just so awesome in any Mario Kart game. Well, anyways, guys, just let me know down in the comments, did you pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? What do you think of it so far? And guys, I'll see you in the next one. Yo, what's up, my fellow Nintendo nerds? How you doing? If you interested in stuff like this, in other Nintendo videos, and stuff on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and everything Nintendo Switch, and 3DS, and whatever else, then you can subscribe to my channel right here, and you can check out my latest video down here. Till the next one, peace out, guys. I'm sorry, that was stupid.